Hi. We're all going through this, being inside with the pandemic that's going on. And I started writing about people that I love who passed on. And one of them was this woman, Nancy. Nancy was a Black woman. She's around 66 years old. She had short, black, neatly coiffed hair and would always wear a straw hat, slightly tilted, and these beautiful, beautiful print dresses. And whenever she was tickled with something, she just had this slight giggle that you would hear. And she came from the South and she saw lynchings. She was called the N word, and she was just love, pure love. The first day Nancy came in and said hello to me, I just knew I liked her so much. I hired her as a caregiver, and she was only supposed to stay for 2 weeks, and she ended up staying 10 years. She came Monday through Fridays from 8 in the morning until 7:30 at night. And I would say to her, Nancy, okay, come around 6:30, go home to your family. But she wanted to stay. And one night she called me and she said, Sherry, when I came home from your place, I saw my husband go to the mailbox and try to take my Social Security check for himself. And she said, I'm going to start having it direct deposit. And I said, good for you. You need to beat his ass for doing that. I love you, Nancy. And she would say, I love you right back. I was living with my boyfriend, and we merged families of 4 boys, from ages 4 to 12. And we had just bought this brownstone in downtown Brooklyn that needed so much work, but we moved in anyway. And then I got this crazy stuff happening to me about panic attacks 24 hours a day. And if you've ever had a panic attack, it's like you're going to die. You can't breathe. And then on top of that, I had agoraphobia, which is fear of outdoor space. So I was pretty well messed up. And everybody was gone during the day, so I needed somebody to take care of me. Fried chicken and mashed potatoes. That was the favorite that Nancy made for us for dinner. She'd come up to my bedroom and softly say to me, Sherry, dinner's ready. And I'd yell upstairs to the boys, hey, your favorite, fried chicken and mashed potatoes. They're ready. Come on down. Well, they were down in a minute. And when Nancy wouldn't go home, I just said, hey, come on, stay. You're part of the family. Eat with us. You made this delicious meal. And when Nancy and I were alone, I would say to her, Nancy, my mom used to beat me and tell me I was ugly. And when I'm around you, I just feel so loved and I feel so beautiful. And she said to me, Sherry, I know what the beatings are like. My ex-husband used to beat me all the time. So I soon after that, during the 10 years, I had to let her go because my boyfriend and I split and I could no longer keep her. And I was so sad. We both were sad. But she gave me the gift, the transformation. She loved me like no one had ever loved me before. We did keep in touch until one day her sister called me and told me that Nancy had Alzheimer's and that if I called her, she wouldn't even know who I was. So I would get reports from her sister. And then one day her sister called me and told me that Nancy had died of Alzheimer's. And I said to her sister, do you have any photos of Nancy so I can keep her with me? And she said, yeah, I'll mail you some. And I've kept a picture of Nancy on the shrine behind my bed. Wherever I've moved, she's always with me. And Nancy, I miss you so much. I love you.